Welcome to Jive. I'm Lucy.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're going to be your lovely hosts for the evening. If you think so, that's kind of subjective. Before we say anything, let's all give another round of applause for Ethan Johnson, Ethan Gilmanzop, and Ben Lincoln for their little...
For the refreshments we have upstairs.
Yes.
Coffee, soups.
So yeah, Jive is 19 years old this year, which is exciting. But not much happens at 19, right, Ryan?
Actually, pretty much nothing. We did a lot of research on it, and all we could find was this college forum website with some stuff listed.
But, I mean, like, if there's a bright side, Alabama and Nebraska are two places where Jive can now gamble, which is...
Fun times. We also can now talk on the phone legally in Illinois, which seems like it should be illegal at any age.
We don't condone it, but it's something that happens at 19, so go Jive. But it's also Jive's last year as a teenager, so the glory days are ending, which is another exciting thing. And we know that it's true because Ryan and I both won't be here next year.
Aww.
Thank you for actually awing, because yesterday someone booed and it wasn't good for us. But yeah, we're not going to hug the mic much more, Ryan, right?
Yeah, we're not going to get greedy with it, so let's welcome...
Oh wait, the snaps.
Oh yes, of course. Please, through the rest of the night, just, instead of clapping, snaps.
Sounds like that.
We're fancy, baby. We're fancy.
And we want to remind all of you, just while people are performing, be respectful. Don't, like, shout from the rafters, because people are generally pouring their emotions out. So you don't want to interrupt that too much. And just, refreshments are still upstairs, but we're not going to hug the mic anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to get greedy with it. So let's welcome up our first performer, Ronnie Fahmy with Greedy.
Okay, gonna set the bar for the rest of the show tonight. Mine is about the economy, so whether you're rich, poor, middle class, I feel like you guys can relate. Okay. This is called Greed. Let's go. Before I start, could I get someone to adjust the mic? Oh, here we go. Okay, let's get it over with. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? A filthy disease known as greed, in the shape of cotton notes resembling leaves. To you it may seem as a way to get that desired pair of shoes or shirt. To me, I deem it to be another way that the homeless hurt. I deem it to be something that swells from the economy's machines to feed into the mouths of the rich. Yet unsatisfied, we can be so magnetized to the short satisfaction of Benjamin Franklin's tearful eyes, because we've created our very own Frankenstein. How about you look into your wallet if you don't mind? We want more, and more. Wouldn't it eventually become a war? This world can provide enough to satisfy a small percentage of society's need, but absolutely not their greed. No. Due to the mass marketing of several websites and stores. No. Just no. I've had just about enough of these years of fears of stocks, those disturbing phone IRS tax money talks, those cries of not believing you have the money to retire, those disturbing chemicals in your heart after getting hired. Minimum wage, that's fantastic for a kid. Those complaints to your boss are best hid than expressed at best. Otherwise, your opinions ostracize you to being fired and put at rest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, cotton notes are not something that you should have to pour your tears for. Now we're in 2016. We've gone through a depression, a recession, 2 world wars, and escape from British oppression. Due to us coming from the need to feed our greed, nobody has dared to care. This credit and debit cash connection has caused this planet to be in misdirection, and the intersection with politics and money has made us lose our library reflection, but our obsession with this collection of this infection have our careers change our objection, and we don't even regard that as an imperfection, and the middle class is dying out due to our own form of natural selection. And just because someone was born a certain way, like being black, Hispanic, or gay, instead of them earning economic progression and affection, they receive inspection, rejection, and neglections. Democrats and Republicans, those are just names. to distract us from the fact that we are human beings. We need this country restored, whether conservative or liberal, whatever you lean towards, we need reform. Otherwise, we're so infinitely unwillingly done to the corporates. And people at the same time can go through so many debts, such as student debts. It's said by 2030, 18% of graduates won't be able to afford college, increasing our unemployment rate. And we've only captured a glimpse of our fate. Kids are dying without affordable health care, and you would think that this is something we would be able to not bear, but we just stare. How can that be the American dream that we promised to our brothers and sisters? This form of monopoly that we like to call the economy has turned this country's rash to blister. And don't you dare say to me that we are the richest country in the world when people on the streets can't get a job to get off their feet, and if we don't pay our friends back, we are physically and verbally beat, and we get evicted from our homes up under our feet. What a horrible feat. We as a society need to come together before your favorite Wall Street stock money hungry whore store show you free shipping on $300 or more. Buy, buy, buy. Get this, get that. That and this will make you happy, they say. But not for long. A lifelong shopping spree that in the end will still have you magnetized to an advertised lie. Look, I know you have doubts. I do too. I don't even think this is something that we could potentially go through. Unless we know the difference between a necessity and a luxury, so we can have less people in prison over robberies, I would decree that these are the keys to not leave outsiders with a bad impression, the recollection of becoming self-aware using job opportunity as a bait. That would be great. The ignorance that is bliss can represent a better future for our loved ones. It's time to have less fun. And maybe, just maybe, we can end this U.S. debt. You bet.
Thank you, Ronnie. You are very tall. Up next, we have Faith Lee with Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover.
I'm Faith Lee. I'm a sophomore at North, and this is my first year at Jive, so I'm really happy to be here. So yeah, we are all books. We are all waiting to start a life outside the store that has been our home ever since we were first printed. It is uncertain where we'll go or what we'll do outside in the real world, but just the thought of leaving seems exciting, thrilling, since it is the start of a new chapter. There are books that seem better than others. There are books with alluring artwork showcased on magnificent covers. There are books with extravagantly written reviews from popular authors with words like engrossing or enthralling. It's quoted as a must-read book. Am I a must-read book, you ask yourself? Or am I just another anonymous book in the crowd? Sometimes you wonder if you will ever be picked off the shelf because there is always going to be another book with a better this or a better that. The thing with books, though, are that they're all different. They all have different stories hidden inside them, like geodes. They may look boring or ugly, unvaluable on the outside, but when you open them up, they contain gems that shine bright. As we enter society, we should remember that we are like geodes. We have light within us that has not been shown to the world yet. We are also like books. We all have our own unique story to tell to the world. So you should never judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That was very good. I'd like to take this time to introduce our next poem, but unfortunately my co-host appears to be running a bit late. Where are you? Come on, TikTok. Hurry up.
Sorry. Up next, we have Rebecca Stranieri, evidently with her poem TikTok.
Hey guys, I'm Becca. I'm a sophomore here at North, and this is my second year here at Jive, and I'm really excited. My poem TikTok kind of explains how I see that time is passing us by, and that we have to take every opportunity given to us before it's gone. So I hope you guys enjoy. The memories in my head I surf through, like TV channels. Click. My family gathered around the dinner table. Click. A relative has passed. Click. 8th grade dance. Click. First day of high school. Click, 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 tick, 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 tick. Time continuously passes me by. Stuck in the past, watching reruns? Where's the fun? I'm missing moments that can be made. My past, it's like an essay. It's been handed and graded, so why do I keep hoping that it'll be revised every day? I begin to miss things, like a show I forgot to record. I hold the TV remote in my hand, the plastic smooth, but no matter how many times I press the red button, I don't see that red light. There's nothing to prove. The shows aren't recorded. The shows are my memories that have been burned into me like the red light. The red light is my approval. It's my approval. I am no longer waiting for the guide to update what's new. I am turning off the TV. Click the distractions of my life. Click the barriers that hold me back. Click the weights that drag me down. Click, 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 tick, 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 tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, no stop! I raise my hand to the face of the clock, stopping the tick-tock. Because time is ever passing, and I know this won't be lasting, but I am free. My life isn't scheduled, so just let it be. Only the future is left, and I must break this cycle, to live in the present, to keep me at bay, to turn off the distractions, and with that I say, tick-tock, 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 click, off. Thank you guys, have a great night.
Thank you, Rebecca. That was lovely. Up next, we have Eve Murphy with Looking Up to You. Use yourself.
Darvin!
Hi everyone, I'm Eve. This is my first year at Jive. I'm a sophomore and I'm really excited to be here. This is an original song. I wrote it kind of about, I think it's relevant to any person in your life that you look up to so much that in your wildest dreams you were at the caliber that you see them at. There ain't no rhyme, there ain't no reason, so let's just go with the season. Ain't no gleam, ain't no light, so let's hold out for tonight. Sometimes dreaming makes us hear a line, and it get funny, feel a line. Sometimes dreaming makes us even. Probably really cheesy, but we'll be alright. Always looking up to you, 'cause I know every time you fall down, you say, hey, at least there's nobody around. Shut your mouth and do not make a sound. And day by day you wait for the voices not to pout. Sometimes dream makes us hear
miss you. There's a voice inside my head, but I'll listen to you instead. Sometimes dream makes us here, and then we stand up for what we believe. Sometimes dreaming makes us even. Ooh, always looking up to you. We can make it through, and there's just a few more hours in the night. So hold on tight. Hold on tight and keep me in mind, and we'll be alright. There's a voice, there's a song, there's a sense of right and wrong. Life is not like fairy tales, but the good sometimes prevail. So hold out for tonight. Let's hold out for tonight. Sometimes dreaming makes us even. Ooh, always looking up to you.
Thank you, Eve, for starting our songs off strong tonight. Up next, we have Marissa Krasny with The Keychain.
Hi, everyone. Okay, I wrote this poem about my grandfather and how his passing was kind of the first big moment of change in my life. And even though it's been a while, he's still with me in some way. Let's do this. I lost my grandfather when I was 7 years old, a mere fraction of who I am now. But I remember him as clear as day. He was tall, a tower of a man. He was the tallest in my family, and now I hold that title. Maybe that's why I revel in my height. I'm not sure. His skin was marred from his time in Vietnam, so he never shared those stories with us. He didn't need to. We knew he was a hero. But what I remember most out of my grandfather was his laugh. It was always loud, like a bang, and it always echoed around the room in a lovely melody. I always loved to hear it, and I enjoyed it even more when it was me causing that glorious sound. Him laughing at 7-year-old me's bad puns and jokes made me so proud. This is a memory I always look back on fondly. One day, for some reason I cannot fathom, or I've simply forgotten why, whenever anybody reached an obvious conclusion, I said, "Congratulations, you get a free keychain." I consider it my first attempt at sarcasm. I like to think I've improved a bit since then. My grandfather laughed deeply, and tears of laughter pooled in his dark eyes. He went upstairs, and when he returned, he handed me a red keychain. And he made me and everyone in the room laugh. He was always good at that. He can make anyone smile or laugh. I don't have one memory of him not having something resembling a smile on his face. I'm grateful for that. And to this day, that red keychain has been on my nightstand, a constant during the time where I, and everything I know, is in a rapid state of change. I lost him, but years later, I gained another baby sister. I lost some friends, but I gained some new ones. I've lost and I've gained so many times since I was a child, with so much to learn about the world. And I still have so much to learn. I'm still in that constant state of change. But every time I see that keychain on my nightstand, I smile. And I hear that laugh still echoing in my memories. I know it will still echo for years and years to come. I'm grateful for that as well. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you for that, Marissa. You know, Lucy, I'm really glad that I've had the chance to be able to co-host this with you. I feel like I can really trust you.
You know, Ryan, I feel the same way. Do you want to prove it, though? Do you want to do a free trust fall? I normally charge for it, but...
Okay, sure. That's a bit worrying, but...
Oh, you made it! And Carol Lau is going to also, with her poem, Free Fall. Sorry, that's when you start. Wow, okay. Hi, I'm Kara. I'm a sophomore. This is my first year at Jive, and I wrote this poem called Free Fall. It's a lot about growing up and just having to take that leap from childhood into adolescence. And here we go. When you're 5, falling is simple. Eyes sparkling with joy, a gap-toothed grin. Suddenly broken by skidding wheels on the pavement and scraped up knees. No principle. Fixing the fall is so easy, it leaves you restless. When you're 15, falling isn't so graceful. Your mind is falling, rushing to meet your body, and this will be something you can't fix. The bike isn't going to stop you. You need to stop it yourself, or you're going to fly. The thought of it just leaves you breathless. You choose to fall. Your body is sinking towards the ground, but no one is standing there to catch you. It's you and the wind, and you want to stand tall. The wind slings around you, whispering, "Welcome to free fall."
Thank you, Manny. That was fantastic. Kara, you are also fantastic. Up next, we have the actual Manny, Manny McGinley, with her fantastic poem, Voices.
Hello. I'm Manny. Catch that. So my English teacher told me to write a poem, so I did, and it kind of took a couple turns after that, and we got here. So it's called Voices, and I hope you enjoy. How do you stop the voices in your head? The screaming, pulsing whispers churning through the mush you call a brain. How do you stop the voices in your head from breaking out at any point to say the words you feel and the things you think, the things you contemplate and understand and overanalyze, to make sure that the right words come out when they have to, and even then, they don't? How do you stop the voices in your head? The voices that have over and over caused you to turn left instead of right, up instead of down, in instead of out? How do you stop the voices in your head when you know that altogether, they are your thoughts, sifting through the files, trying to find the words to say what you mean and describe what you feel, and in reality, you're lost. You're lost in a maze so carefully coiled into a clever knot so as never to be able to undo it. If you were to undo this maze, what would happen to the voices? The thoughts. How do you stop the voices in your head when you know that the silence awaits if you do, and that's worse than anything anyone else can imagine? This silence, it's not welcoming, it's not endearing, it's not pacifying. No, this silence is the silence that is followed by awkwardness, sadness, more silence, deeper silence, stronger silence. How do you stop the voices in your head? The voices that we so carefully call anxiety. Thank you.
Thank you, Manny. Just a reminder, we do have refreshments upstairs if you're a little parched or the opposite of parched. And up next we have Hannah Beitler, Erin Nagel, and Harrison Cohen with Can't Help Falling in Love.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah. I'm Erin.
Oh, and I'm Harrison.
And we're going to be singing Can't Help Falling in Love. Wise men say only fools rush in, for I can't
you. Always love a good musical performance at Jive. We've been having a pretty good night so far, but, well, with a host like this, well, please welcome up Caitlin Bennett with Things Could Go Wrong.
Hi. My name's Caitlin. I'm super into physics, so it's kind of in this poem a little bit. I'm also a little scared to death, which most people are, so you know. Okay, I'm gonna start now. There are so many ways that things could go wrong. For example, right now there's a galaxy called Canis Major that is, rather forcefully might I add, colliding with a certain galaxy. And the certain galaxy stars are swallowing the others, forcing it into a very uncomfortable position. And within the certain galaxy, there's a certain star with planets that worship it. But the certain star has temper issues, rather uncontrollable, might I add, and sometimes just can't help but to burst. These bursts of pure energy are bounced off of a certain planet by a magnetic field, but that magnetic field is changing, and this is one instance in which change does not strengthen. And in the certain galaxy, orbiting the certain star, there's a certain planet that's heating up, rather rapidly, might I add. And for some reason, the inhabitants of this planet refuse to believe this, refuse to address this, refuse to realize how lucky they are to have a planet with things like air, water, atmospheres, you know, the little things in life. On the certain planet, orbiting the certain star, in the certain galaxy, there's a certain rock that explodes sometimes, rather regularly, might I add. But it didn't explode when the smart people said it would, so now people smart and not are sitting, waiting for possible demise. Things break, things collide, things explode, things die, people refuse, people lie, people wait, and people die. But somehow, amid all of this organized chaos, amid every physical anomaly, every single defect, man-made or cosmos-made, personal or universal, the atoms of the universe were drawn together to make this. And there are so many ways that this could go wrong, but it's going right. Thank you.
Thanks, Caitlin. Speaking of possible demise, Ryan, did you hear about the weather for tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a dark and stormy night.
I mean, it sucks, but it's a good thing that we're prepared with umbrellas and we got a flashlight and Phoebe Fisher's poem. So let's welcome Phoebe Fisher with Afraid of the Dark and In Case It Rains.
Hi, I'm Phoebe. I'm a sophomore. And my first poem's called In Case It Rains, and it's kind of about like changing people and changing things that didn't try. But like it doesn't really like invalidate your memories, even if like things are So this is In Case It Rains. I'm sure that our backs face the same direction. It's a good direction to face. But our chins point approximately 32 degrees, 17 minutes, and 4 seconds away from each other. I know you don't understand why I like my eyes lowercase, but I find the dot at the top endearing, and I don't mind picking up my pencil. I hoped you wouldn't either. And I know that we used to hate the color green together, but just the other day I was thinking about it for no particular reason. And the backs of my eyelids suddenly became shadowed by hints and tints of emeralds and jade. Blame evolution, and trust me, there's nothing I want more than to find a line on the road and walk down it with you. But I know I would inevitably trip and fall. It's what I do. And I know that self-realization is never absolute, and was naive to think we would be. Thank you. And my second poem's called I'm Not Afraid of the Dark, and it's about being atheist and kind of growing up surrounded by like other religious people, but like myself being raised like kind of without a faith. I don't think my parents played peekaboo enough with me as a child. Is that where you're supposed to learn that the world is still there even when you can't see it? That things are still happening even when you can't experience it? That the world is still turning even when you can't feel it spin? That gravity is still holding you down to this earth even when you can't feel its pull? I still haven't learned that. I can't trust that the world is there when I close my eyes, that the sun is still beaming when a tree covers it, that the moon still hovers even during the day. I can't believe in a God unless I meet them. Maybe I'm just really self-involved. I don't know. I don't have trust in life beyond me. When I close my eyes, I still think there's a chance that the world goes away until I open them. Maybe I just don't like to assume. Maybe I'm just not as afraid of the dark. Some people think this is a tragedy. I think I'm just minding my own business.
Who says that the world isn't crashing down every time I go to sleep? Who says that when I'm in my room, my life goes just a bit slower than when I'm outside? Who says that when I don't hear the rain pouring down outside, it's not actually silent? I only know what I experience when I close my eyes, but that's okay, because I'm not afraid of the dark.
Woo, indeed. Up next, we have Jessica Paley with her original number, English Honor Society. She's a great student.
So, I really want to be in English Honor Society, and I wanted it so much that I wrote a song about it. And it goes like this. If there's one thing I want to be, it's in the English Honor Society. This song is something they require. I wrote it, but it's not exactly fire. I tried. So I wrote some words down in my book. Rhyming is a lot harder than it seems. I thought some chords would help me get far. I have this ukulele because I can't play guitar, but please, I want to be in English Honor Society. Please. English Honor Society. I don't really have much left to say. In another minute I'll be on my way. I know this song got kind of washy. I hope you guys are enjoying the coffee. I'm more of a tea person, but please, I want to be in English Honor Society. Please. English Honor Society, it's the only thing I'll ever want until my very end. Maybe that's the reason why I don't have many friends. Yeah, please. I want to be in English Honor Society. Please. English Honor Society. Please. English Honor Society. Thank you.
Just for you guys.
You're gonna make it, Jess. I believe.
Just for you guys.
So I'd like to take this time to introduce the next poem, but my co-host is missing. Again. Hopefully I'll be able to forgive her at some point. Here to help me with that is Caitlin Chaco with her poem, Forgiveness. Give her sense.
I love you, Caitlin.
So I wrote this out of a personal struggle, which happens all too often, but doesn't always end up bad. Forgiveness. Past mistakes still pull me asunder, blaming me, painting me, all from one blunder. I forget today, but you remind me tomorrow, as if for all these years I haven't felt the sorrow. All the day I try to reconcile, but you pay no attention all the while. I ask for grace, you give me grief, panting on dry land while you wade in the reef. Hope draining, peace finds no place, nor do you give my forgiveness the time or the space. Wanting, I'm left in a daze. The answer, still, more turns in this maze. Why am I stuck on this treacherous path? Forgiveness isn't much, trust me, I did the math. Why bother being stuck and told to see you later, when my answer is found in someone much greater? Imagine a man owes gold to a king, but the king tells the man, nothing you have to bring. Then someone owes that same man a dime, but instead the man says to bring it on time. The king forgave the man and let the matter go to bed, but the man told the debtor to bring what's due or he's dead. The past is gone, and what's done is done. If I had any regrets, that'd be the only one. But instead of forget, you act like that man, and I can't catch up, even doing what I can. I seek the favor of the king who gave leave, because my past mistakes he doesn't retrieve. Instead, he gives love and life everlasting. So to him my love and cares I'll be casting. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin, for your lovely poem. Alright, so normally we try to go off the title when we're trying to come up with jokes for our intros, but
This next act didn't really give us that much to work with, which is unfortunate.
please welcome up Sabrina Diaz with Untitled.
So sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I forgot a title when I went because I was really nervous. Yeah, so I'm a junior. My name's Sabrina. I'm the first year Java Jive because I don't really do anything in my life. Okay. As I listen to the wind finally yet gently brush against my house, I begin to remember your voice and how you used to call out to me. There was nothing more soothing than the sound of the wind. However, something always changes. The wind no longer seems gentle but violent. Your voice no longer calls, but shouts. It shouts me for our past and for what we could have been. I try to wipe away the negative cries, but your wind keeps roaring. You say that none of this could have happened and that I should have moved away. If only I did, then maybe the wind wouldn't be as strong. I try to walk and run against it, but I always get pushed back a step and force myself to keep trying. But when I want to give up into the wind, it becomes calm. Your wind now softly speaks. It tells me that I meant no harm, but that you just wanted to help me realize that there's nothing always so fearful and strong. But it can turn to a gentle breeze. You tell me that I don't have to fear you, but show you love and care. For you are a wind that can shake a house, and also one that can pollinate my admiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. What you lack in title, you make up for in poem content. Up next, we have another poem, Lauren Fernandez with Family Tree.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a sophomore. It's my first time here at Java Jive. I wrote this poem sometime in the middle of the night. I'm not really sure, so I was really emotional, and I was like, ooh. So this is Family Tree. I am part of a family tree that breathes in CO2 and breathes out success. A tall tree, one that looms over the rest, with the plumpest of green leaves bathing in the warmth of the sun at the very top. The roots of our ancestors have taken what they could from the nutrient-deprived soil in which they lived, sucking out every last drop of opportunity which they left for us to prosper. My parents were the ones to move the tree to a place that had rich soil, toiling and toiling and toiling and toiling, absorbing nutrients with hope, faster than had ever been done. And then I was born. I'm young. I'm a thin branch, one that curves away from the base of the tree to stretch out upwards, where the plump green leaves giggle and sigh in content. The branches around me shoot straight out, and like a sore thumb I grow upwards, twisting the base of my branch awkwardly so that I can view what I aspire to be. I am long, but not long enough. I can't reach the top. My parents assure with ease that I will grow longer, but I can't help but fear that their ease is a side effect of their success. This soil, they say, will take you far beyond even the top. I wonder if the soil can provide any longer. Bad dreams of complacency poison my thoughts as I rummage through the seemingly moist, dark soil. Nothing. Give it time. You're too young. But the branches around me being radiantly more and more each day, and suddenly I'm not so long anymore. I continue to sit like an infant in the highest of high chairs as my parents, two wide, long branches, careen themselves so that they can feed me the fruit of the family tree. I open my mouth hungrily, almost greedily, and let my teeth sink in, flooding my senses with the raw greatness of my ancestors. My tongue bathes in its juices, and I shiver at its coldness and
your sessions. No symbol of the end of the song.
So how was it?
Alright, so this is an original song. The song just goes down.
Could I be laid to rest? Could I be carried to rest? Holding on so hard when you call. I'm too tired to be true, straying from all I do. I've become so stuck. Oh, just let it rain. All I say, going through. So far, many strong things I can know. I'm too tired to be true, straying from all I do. I've become so stuck. Oh, just let the grave expect no one else going through.
Chlorine forever.
So while they're finishing, moving along here, Ryan, I have to tell you, I know I look kind of like unassuming, but I'm really into rap music. I like Kendrick, I like Kanye, I like Future.
Alright, I'm really happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish. But we got CJ Marquez up next with the worst poet of all time! Of all time!
The worst poet of all time.
I'm your biggest fan.
Hi everyone. I hope you're all having a great time. My name is CJ. This is my first time performing at Jive, and this one's pretty much just about how I'm the worst poet of all time. But enjoy it. I am not a poet by any means necessarily, underconfident, never judging myself as fair. With a basic rhyme scheme, and I have no rhythm, my words sound broken, sentences like schisms. But
1, 2, 3.
I'm a great MC and I don't even care. The singing in a poem is a rap, beware. The least obvious title, you didn't see coming. I got Ethan on the drums and he's over the drumming. And no, I'm never quitting, no, I'm never stopping, no, I'm never tripping, no, I'm never flopping, and no, I'm never stealing. I'm a real OG, hey. That's why they call me a real MCJ. You have nothing on me, like my flow got me like that ABC beat, that go ringing, got no pitch, you see. Rhymes like fire, fantastically, attractively, miraculously, sporadically, probably, maybe not. Thank you guys. I like that I'm done on the drops, everyone. I just want to do the same crowd.
CJ, I love you.
Love you too.
Alright, so up next, I hold a special dread for this performance as someone with two sisters myself. Please welcome Amy Morrow with All My Sisters and Navy.
Hi, I'm Amy. This is my last and first year at Jive because I'm a senior. So this first poem is titled All My Sisters, and it's about how girls grow up differently than boys do. Remember to keep your key in between your fists when you are walking home. And remember, anything could happen in 10-foot radius, so don't walk to the bathroom alone. We are naked posters pinned up on boys' walls. What good is a poster that talks? And remember to keep your eyes forward when they make cat calls, and remember which way you should not walk. The same boys that climbed trees with us when we were 7 will cut us down when we are 17. We say nothing when our boyfriends leave bruises on our skin because we don't want to make a scene. They constantly tell us, don't put yourself in a position of doubt, or we will end up like the missing girls we were warned about. They tell us to take self-defense because to stay safe it takes more than just common sense. They told my sisters to be careful. They told my sisters not to flaunt. Then they freed my brothers and told them, do what you want. My second poem is titled Me. The first time you left, I was hurt. I was a flower showing through rock and dirt. You gave me earth, me water to breathe in. Killing me with your pretty poison made me forget my own worth. You plucked my petals off one by one. You left me, my eyes will never be filled with your light. I need to be alone. Your vicious words sink deep into my bones. 3 months went by, I learned how to grow again. Deceiving devil shouldn't have let you in. Incautious lover, my innocence is gone. And you said you'd never hurt me again. But I know who you are. A monster with eyes full of stars, with a vacant, violent soul. Why I can never be whole. You say you won't hurt me, but that is all you will ever do. Like the dissimulating depth of the sea, you made me baby blue.
So Ryan's actually in this next performance, so I'm going to banter with him while he sets up a little bit. Ryan, what would you do if you got lost in the forest?
You know, I don't really know. You know what you might know though?
Who?
Bradley Winograd, with his performance, Shiki no Mori.
So here's Bradley Winograd with Shiki no Mori.
Yeah, Bradley! Got it! My son!
Believe it or not, this next act is actually a true story. This actually happened while I was in Japan. Just close your eyes and listen in as I tell my unforgettable adventure through the land of the unknown. Fushigenamori. Sumimasen, Taguchi wa doko desu ka? Those are the words I said when I asked a kind old man trees looked down at us, confused why we'd arrived. Baka Nagaiji, clueless foreigners. The trees must have thought we were lost, looking for a way back to our group, our friends. Sensei, how would you react? Would you be annoyed, irritated, or would you be astonished by our courageous adventure? We didn't know. Until then, time felt motionless. The forest was like a separate world, a world that transcended from the worlds of punctuality and the hustle and bustle of life. The forest was not going to be like Tokyo. Instead, we rely purely on instinctual insight. We had asked the old man, but he was hard of hearing, so that was out. Our only choice was to follow the road less traveled. Should we go left? Should we go right? Or should we navigate back up the mountain we traversed? We decided to go left first. We found an exit, but little did we know, we had arrived in someone's backyard. We were flabbergasted, lost in the middle of suburban Kyoto. We thought, it was too risky, so we decided not to go that way. So, we turned back and went to the right this time. Bad luck, it was a dead end. For our third attempt, we decided it was time to re-scale the mountain. Climb. We scaled over numerous boulders and fallen trees until we found something familiar. The Torii Gate. It was a path to civilization. Our friends, Sensei. After an arduous pilgrimage, we returned to the peak of the mountain. Yatta! We cheered. The view of Kyoto was beautiful. However, our celebration would have to wait. We were drenched, parched, starving, exhausted. It was about time we trekked down the mountain. Together, we went down the 1,000 torii gates of Fushimi Inari Shrine. As we reached the base of the mountain, we were greeted by everyone, our friends, and even Sensei. We apologized for our foolishness, but luckily, Sensei was relieved. We were safe. That night, we returned and checked into the youth hostel just outside of Kyoto. The clean atmosphere, relaxing hot springs, a hot meal, and a comfortable bed welcomed us. As I went to bed that night, I thought about our journey. I was proud of our adventure, our courage, and our mindful thinking. Our transcendental experience taught us crucial lessons. Don't be afraid to ask others. Don't panic. Be rational. Remember never to give up. As I thought about these lessons, I smiled, closed my eyes, and looked forward to new adventures on my trip in Japan. Thank you very much.
Great. We have a little change of pace coming now. Up next, we have our very own Siege as a teacher, Mr. Omnich, and Co. singing Love You More Every Day.
I first want to thank Mr. Reed, because this is the last time I'm going to get the opportunity to thank him for this forum, for us to express ourselves. So let's hear from Mr. Reed. Because I'm retiring this year, I wrote this song for my students, and put them in mind, and my wrestlers that I've coached in mind. And it's about how I feel about life, and it's called Love You More Every Day. once was a boy who thought he was nothing. I was told I was nothing, and I believed them. But time was my friend. It helped me to ponder. It gave me the freedom to change my life forever. Now I know I could dream, and my thoughts someone will read. Now I know I'm happy just to know you're here with me. Life is too short to live without vigor and not say the things that will make a difference. Well, I wanna say without hesitation that I love you more every day. Now I know like a dream, and my thoughts someone will read. Now I know I'm happy just to know you're here with me. Now I know I'm happy just to know you're here with me, and I love you more every day.
John, we're gonna miss you, or at least they will all be gone. Thank you. So up next we have Diana Matthew with her poem, So Where Are You From?
Siblings.
Hi guys.
guys. So my mom's in the audience, so I'm really glad I didn't add any profanity in this poem. This poem was inspired by a certain Republican candidate who had some interesting things to say about people of different ethnicities. So here goes. So where are you from? New York. No, but like, where are you from? New York. You know that's not what I meant. Welcome to the life of an immigrant family's child. Wherever I go, I just don't belong. I'm always in a constant limbo. In India, I'm an American, and in America, I'm Indian. So what's the truth? The truth is, I'm a human. So start treating me less like a foreigner and more like a human being. I would like to apologize for any discomfort or inconvenience the melanin in my skin might have caused you in stores, schools, especially airports. I'm sorry for making the line slower when they have to take extra time reading my passport. I'm sorry if I make you late for your flight because they spend extra time frisking my dad. And I'm sorry to the officers who have to conduct random security checks on the 16-year-old brown girl just so that the other passengers feel safe. I apologize for being in the class during 9/11 and making all the kids turn away from the presentation and stare at me. But I'm not a terrorist. How can I be the terrorist when you're the one terrorizing me? You became the terrorist when I pretended to be sick just so I wouldn't have to be that brown girl who fit your stereotypes. You became the terrorist when you made me feel bad about my curly dark hair just because you had straight blonde hair. You became a terrorist when you made me believe that lighter skin made me more beautiful. You are my terrorist. When I came back from India, you told me that I looked as if I jumped in a pile of mud. You told me that I'd never fit in. You told me to go back home. Well, I got news for you. My home is in New City. Come visit me anytime you want. In fact, when you come, I'll greet you at the door with 2 hands respectfully folded, and I will say namaskaram. I do not understand these people's obsession with choosing. Why do I have to choose one culture when I was born into one and forced to assimilate into another? Bharatanatyam or hip-hop, masala dosha or hamburger, sari or jeans. I choose to choose both because I'm tired of not belonging. I'm tired of being half my person and people constantly asking, so where are you from? All I ask is that you respect me and my roots. Don't make fun of the woman who feels comfortable in Indian attire, then wear bindi and henna tattoos when you go to Coachella. Don't call me exotic because I've gotten lighter over the years, and call my dad a jihadist because he spends more time in the sun. You don't need to like me, but I demand that you treat me like an equal.
Yeah, I'm from an Irish immigrant family. Totally the same. I get it. So up next, we'd like to welcome Priyanka Ramanathan with her poem, Sorry. Please welcome her on down.
Hi, I'm Priyanka. So, this poem is about something that everyone goes through, like people expect so much from you and you're just not good enough for them. So, yeah. Sorry for not being what you wanted. I know I'm stupid. That's why I'm taking classes a year ahead. And you're right, I party way too much. I mean, you should just see me when I'm wasted. Like my time and effort and energy is wasted trying to make you happy and to get you to see. Past the numbers on my phone, numbers on the scale, numbers on my report card, which, by the way, does not in any way mean that I am a waste. Sorry for not inviting you to celebrate with me. I mean, I'm definitely obligated to include someone who gets to be my friend. 23/7. 7, the age I realized the world was fake. 7 months it took to piece myself back together all alone. 7 seconds it took for your lies to become so clear. Sorry that I wasn't a good enough friend to you, texting you just to make sure you had a good day when we both know you wouldn't do the same. The same lies you told yourself won't work on me anymore. I was there for you when no one else was, but you were never there for me, and don't try to convince me otherwise. But I accept. I will take all the blame, but you know very well that it is a two-way street. Sorry, world. I guess I don't fit your standards. I mean, How dare I have feelings, and how dare I express my sorrow in a world that is so plastic, plastered smiles, just to show that we are strong when we are so weak alone. Strength in numbers is what you told me, but numbers, I have learned, is what makes you less. And with my numbers, who would stand by me? And how dare I be female? How dare I get mad at you for saying things that you just cannot say? Obviously I'm on my period. Obviously I'm delirious. And obviously my opinions don't matter and will never matter. Clearly, no matter what state my body is in, I will never be human. So I am truly sorry for becoming the imperfect daughter, imperfect friend, and imperfect girl. Sorry. But I wonder if anyone is perfect in this imperfect world. Thank you.
Never be sorry. You know, I was going to say that, Rocky, you can't apologize for a poem, but good. Up next, we have my good friend Rebecca Vargas with History's Bones.
Play, girls, play!
Hey guys, I'm Rebecca, and I'm sort of a history nut. And one thing I've seen repeat over the years is how quickly we just kind of put atrocities just slip under the rug. So that's what that is about. I heard a single note, the pungent sound of a sour cord. It dragged through the bayou air, the acrid taste of gin still on my tongue, the dimming butt of my cigarette lolled between my fingers. Tranquil, to no one. This land does not forget. What has happened here lives on. The blood has leached into the dirt. The foul aroma of sweat waters the weeds. The salty tears feed the rivers. No one comes down here anymore, for this is a forgotten place, a place of history's bones, the graveyard of truth. Go on, up ahead. Don't you see the glamour? The beauty of old riches, white houses, trim fields, beautiful children, smiles. But don't you smell it? That stench? Don't lie, I know you do. Everybody does, but most hide it, only allowing for their high noses to wrinkle in the dark. What is it? The putrid rot of human rapacity, tucked under the pretty whitewash of consolatory words, of empty treaties, of meaningless amends. You see, this whole land is a cemetery, with its corpses lying deep in the ground. But while we trample the earth to keep the stinking bodies hid, the stench only grows stronger. And if you truly listen to that dragging, pungent, sour chord, you realize that's not a chord at all, but a mob of voices muffled by the earth, and they sing, "This land I was born into, the land of my ancestors and of my native gods. This land that chained me, the land where my people cried. This land that is neither of the brave nor the free, but of the cowards who live in false prosperity, who refuse to acknowledge that stench that separates you and me, that stench that permeates the centuries." Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Now, I don't know if any of you have just been sitting here and thinking, I could really use a Bob Dylan cover right now. But like, if for some reason you have, then my friend can suffice that. This is Dan Murray with Karina Karina.
Dan, I love you! Sound
There's a lot of love going on in this performance right here. So before I dive into this, I want to give a shout out to the North Stage crew, and especially Mr. Reed, who just put in hours and hours to make this library into the spot that it is right now. I'd also like to dedicate this to the two biggest supporters of everything that I do, my grandmother, my mom, who are sitting over here. Corina, yeah, why you been so long? Corina, yeah, why you been so long? I've been wondering about you, baby. Baby, please come on. Birds that whistle, I got birds that sing. Got birds that whistle, I got birds that sing. But I ain't got Corina, life don't mean a thing. Corina, girl, you're on my mind. Corina, girl, you're on my mind. I can't keep thinking of you, 'cause I can't keep from crying.
The dreamiest of dreams. So, Lucy, what's up?
Brian made me this penguin costume the other day, so I thought I would wear it in support.
Oh,
He's a really great
I really appreciate the intent, but I think this may be a bit inappropriate for this context. I think you should change.
Well, unlucky for me, but lucky for us, Dan Arroyo is about to perform his poem, Change. So.
Dad, I love you.
Do I have to like move this a little bit? I don't know if it works. Hello everyone. Hi mom with the iPad. You know. You know what, I love my mom. She's chilling. So hello everyone. I'm Dan. This is my 3rd year at Java Jive. I'm a junior. And so my poem is about change, not pocket change, but like, you know, like the actual change that everyone goes through. And my senior year, oh my god, no, I'm not a senior yet. My junior year has been a lot about change, so that's why I wrote this poem. So yeah, here we go. A single drop of change fell upon an array of feathers, a fallen angel. The fear was present. It was a bombshell in the shadows, and at the brink of it all, I was scared. Scared of the future, scared of the unknown. I've gotten used to the norm, but it seems it's too fond of me. The world stands still, and I stand still. While everyone passes by, I'm stuck. A sliver of hope peeks into view, old wings wither away with the ties held by vital strings. Memories melt the asphalt clear into oblivion. The heartbreak, the golden moments crumble into a bottomless abyss. Preparing for their revival, redemption and reinvention rise as the new wings grow and the oldies fade away. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. That was fantastic. All right, up next we have Adele Scincioni with her poem, which is as colorful as both her hair and her personality, Blue and White.
Hi everyone. So I wrote this poem, Blue and White, because last year I had suffered through a soft bone tissue cancer called Ewing sarcoma, and as of Thursday I have been a year in remission. cancer, I did have to get a bone removed in my leg, and now I'm stuck wearing a brace for the rest of my life, and have been titled handicapped, and I'm not really sure if I like the way people treat me now that I am titled as a handicap. I am not hating on handicapped people, this is just my opinion and how people are treating me now. So here we go. Let me just fix this. Blue and white. You see me from outside, your prim, perfect world. I am classified as broken, but there's nothing to fix. You treat me differently because of that stupid blue and white. Just because I'm different now does not change my life. I am not a disability. My life is not dull. My difference is the ability to exceed your expectations of a handicapped person. And with determination and grace, I will take on the world, even while wearing a brace. Thank you.
Thank you, Adele, for sharing something so personal and wonderful. Ryan, I really want to give you a book recommendation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So it's a YA novel. We've got strong female characters, post-apocalyptic. It's really interesting.
Yeah, Divergent.
No, how can I explain this? There's a really terrible, twisted government, lots of violence and bloodshed, people really going after one another.
Harry Potter.
No, I'm referring to The Hunger Games, which aptly is the title of Yana Hussein's poem, The Hunger Games. So it's very
So I was recently in the gym volleyball tournament, and I wasn't the best player, so that's what it's about. The Hunger Games. Survival. Rush. A battlefield ahead. The square holds abridging my view of the enemy, of the opponent. The team needs to win the gym volleyball tournament. Hands shaking, stomach churning, the buzzers, the chants, the people. Distracted by every sound I hear. My heart pounding, pressure increasing. Enjoy the moment, Yana. Do it right. Don't miss your serve, Yana. It's my time to serve now. I remember what Slopik said. Feet shoulder width apart. Hands in position. I watch the ball glide towards the net. Don't hit the net. Don't hit the net. Stupid Yana. You hit the net. Time is running out. Few minutes left. Each movement counts. Each volley counts. Each number on the despicable scoreboard counts. Juniors versus seniors, the upperclassmen rivalry, predator and prey. Each person moving swiftly, eyes hungry for victory. Refusal to lose sight of the ball, lose sight of the victory. But I was not like them. Watching the Hunger Games unfold, unsure of my movements, yet determined to get by. I see my friends with a sign that says, Yana for MVP. My friends are the worst. We take the lead, but comfort doesn't belong here. One moment too comfortable, one more point for the other team. Encouragement is made one to the other while shots are made and shots are missed. I laugh as I hear my name and 3 bold letters being chanted by a select few. The ball comes towards me. N. Flash to plastic contact as my fingers grace the ball. V. The ball goes up in the air and a fellow player hits it over. P. Those 3 bold letters were not me. But regardless of the outcome, one thing was for sure. We came, we spiked, we conquered.
MVP!
Up next, we have a 4-year Java Jiver, kind of like me, Sabrina Koss with her original songs Something Better Than This and Zucker, which are both beautiful.
Final Java Jive, which is sad, but I'm excited to be here, so that's good. Okay. This is something better than this.
Sweet Charity!
Anyways. Ooh. This is really out of tune. Does someone have an in-tune ukulele?
Thank you.
I try to breathe, learn to ride the waves, feel the colors beneath my feet, learn what it means to feel. You made me promises with no intent to keep them. You made me lie, you made me free. Where were you when I needed you? Where are you now? I won't even begin to tell you how I feel. I wish you just understood. Always trapped in your mind. Make some room for me. And I try to fall, make like a bird and spread my wings. When I jumped, I only landed right there on my feet. I wouldn't know. Something better than this. Something better than this.
And the song is called Zipper.
Summer day, the air was mild. You looked at me, the wind was smiling, wild and new. Gentle musings, pretty trees, the smell of you and freedom, grass tickling my knees. Your hand between my shoulder blades, the stars aligning, you and I were floating there in space. You picked me up, you brushed my hair, the sun was falling, we were too in love to care. Now winters come, our colors fade, but not with you. Life is just the same again. 1,000 miles we can bear, but pixels don't feel just as good as having you right here. And soon I'll have your hand in mine, remember every detail, relearn each twist and line. When again you're
Thank you, Sabrina. Mr. Reed, you're going to need to bring in a lot of good freshmen this coming year. You're missing a lot. All right, so up next, we'd like to welcome another person that'll be missing next year, Olivia Feldman, with her poem, Flower Bed.
Alright guys, hey, how's everyone doing? Doing good? So, like Ryan was saying, I am a senior and it's my last and final Jive.
And I just want to dedicate this to my Java Jive family and to the English teachers that helped me become such a better writer. And to the sound and stage, just make this night so magical. So just give a round of snaps, please. So here's Flower Bed. I was so rooted here. My grasp was so tight. Memories cascading down these halls like ivy. Filling in the gaps over what I thought was blank space, but now realized was once someone else's domain. That over the course of 4 seasonal revolutions, I have come to the conclusion that I have outgrown it here. My leaves have fallen, and they're starting to break down into new ground for the next flower to
Thank you, Olivia. So I'm going to keep this next intro short in the spirit of Jessie Blackman and her poems, A Short Poem and 1,000 First Kisses. So let's welcome Jessie up.
Hello. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay. Hi. Okay, so my first poem, I can't really give you much context behind it, but I'm sure that once you hear it, you can make an educated guess what it's about just by looking at me. It's called A Short Poem. Get it? Okay, so I gaze at the bottle on top of the fridge. I reach for it, a simple task, but it floats above me just out of my grasp. I crane my neck to see my best friend, a city skyscraper to my toy Lego house. I stand like a dancer, balanced on toes, to see over heads and shoulders, blocking me from sight and experience. I am frozen in time, doomed to never be released. My eyes forever looking upwards at what could be. Others stretch taller day by day, but I remain the token cute one who will never reach that bottle now. I am not a child, but a woman fully grown. My perceptions and intelligence are no different. I am not a plaything for one to coddle, nor am I a marvel or mascot to be gawked at. My purpose in life is not to bring you delight. I am a blade of grass amongst great oaks and pines. I am a bright star surrounded by fiery gas giants. I move with the quickness of a chipmunk and leave the others grazing behind. I radiate lustrous enthusiasm and emanate cloudless optimism. Harmony and hilarity are my constant shadows. I am a very small piece of a very large world, growing without gaining a single inch. I cannot reach the bottle on top of the fridge, but I'm still very lucky, for the step stool is a very handy invention. Okay, so my next poem is a story of a couple, fictional couple, as told through their first kisses they share throughout their relationship. So, 1,000 First Kisses. Seashells scattered across burning sand, waves crashing, tentative touches, hesitant hands. A first kiss, one of many. Shining twilight streaking across a purple sky, laughter filling the air. Bright smiles are shared. The first kiss of passion, fire, and love, the beginning of a long journey. Sparkling champagne bubbling softly, the sound of clinking glass against metal. A sacred promise between two bodies is now a pact, merging them as one, the first kiss of forever. Clear windows, fresh drying paint, cherry hardwood and newly crossed threshold. A first kiss of homecoming, of ownership. A kiss, a foundation for the future, a place to call their own. Piercing cries of hunger reach ears. Tiny fists curiously grab and pull. The most important responsibility and the greatest joy encompassed in an impossibly small bundle. The first kiss of not 2, but now 3. Little legs grow taller and young minds grow wiser. What was once their whole world, they must now watch from a distance. A first kiss shared in rooms that were once always filled, now lying empty for new adventure. Long flowing hair, highlighted in gray. Two bodies swaying slowly as one. Music sweetly scorching the air. First kiss of remembrance, of a promise made long ago. Eyelids grow heavy,
chest rises slowly, leaning depressed mouth to soft lips, a single salty tear running across a wrinkled cheek, weeping for a love that succeeds eternity, a final stuttered breath, and a strangling silence. 1,000 first kisses have been shared throughout time, but this is the first kiss goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.
Alright, that was wonderful, but unfortunately, we seem to be having a small problem, actually a very small problem.
Please listen up, because we're really trying to look for our next act because they're great. Could Celestine Castillo and Joseph Violampo come up and perform their poem as small as ants?
Hi, I'm Joe.
I'm Celestine. We're both sophomores, and we wrote this poem. It's kind of like a glimpse into our lives. So.
As small as ants.
I walked into the store with my mother. Curiosity launched me through the aisles. Tumigilka, she said. Stop that, in her native tongue. 2 words in a tone that could make a bull feel as small as an ant. Finally, she found it. A simple red thermos to keep her children's lunches warm. She walked through the cashier uneasily. I followed her. Eyes followed her. How much does this cost? She asked. Calmly, slowly, cautiously covering her accent.
You couldn't afford it, he spat.
Silence. Deafening silence. My mother slammed down the thermos in a flash of red heat. 4 words in a tone that made my mother feel as small as an ant.
When I was young, it was hard to make friends. Little kids would avoid me just because of my skin. They thought I was undesirable, mean, aggressive, just because of my skin. One boy said I was dirty. They thought I was dirty just because of my skin. People say I would be handsome if I were just a little lighter, just a little whiter. They devalue every aspect of me that I'm proud of. They slander and detest me. They don't allow me to feel proud of my intellect, my skills, or any of my capabilities just because of my skin. They say, you smell like curry. 4 words and a tone that makes me feel as small as an ant. Ever since I was little, I was surrounded by white, cotton ball clouds, fresh, clean sheets. Ever since I was little,
I was taught that all of it is pure, perfect,
immaculate.
Is white. That the people who are white are always right.
That Columbus brought civilization to the savages, maybe that's why my grandmother always warned me to stay out of the sun. I grew up wishing I was born with porcelain skin, just so I could fit in, just so I didn't feel out of place, just so people stopped seeing my race before they saw the rest of me, just so the burden of always having to prove myself doesn't crush me.
Every Halloween, the question, what do you want to be, is met with, you should be Mulan, but I am not even Chinese. All I want to be is seen as an equal.
If you think racism is over, we have a newsflash. Hate did not disintegrate when we emancipated the slaves. Justice
needs to be reinstated.
Because this situation is unacceptable. The fact that a single white man can campaign so much hatred is insane. The fact that a single white man can force my immigrant parents to even think about leaving all they built for themselves is sickening.
They're not even illegal, but even if they were, so what?
They'd still be people.
My parents who left their friends and family behind.
My parents who came to America with blind faith.
My parents who poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this country. Their country. Their home. Make America great again. Another 4 words and a tone
that makes us feel as small as ants. Thank you.
So they're good. Up next, we have yet another amazing performance from Code Blue with their song Never Know. Come on down, guys.
Alright, that's awesome. My name is Harrison Cohen, and I'm guitars and vocal. That's Noah Rosenberg on the keys, and that is Steven Campanella on the drums. This is my last and final Jive. That's all good. I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Reed for making this all happen. The song I'm going to be singing is called Never Know. It's a new original I recently wrote, and it's about just regret. And also, shout out to my Foxy grandpa, he's in the audience. So, I had my chance last night at the studio. I let it pass, but I didn't let my feelings go. 'Cause there's this fire burning, churning deep inside of me, and I can't see down these flames for the life of me. Wish I told you how I really feel, 'cause now I'm drowning in the sea of regret. And I was scared you wouldn't feel the same, lost in the moment that I only had myself to blame. But you'll never know, you'll never know the feelings that I felt for, what I would have done. 'Cause you'll never know, oh, you'll never know if you felt the same. 'Cause all I know is that I am afraid. In her presence, found it hard not to say the pristine beauty that she's so beyond aware. She's unique, she has a spark to her I've never seen before. She's flawless and original, and natural. I don't think that she goes after guys like me. I'm not a jock, I simply use that right poetry. But how should I know if I never even tried? I'm just not confident, I'm awkward and I'm shy. So you'll never know, you'll never know feelings that I felt for, what I would have done for. Oh, you'll never know, oh, you'll never know if you felt the same. 'Cause all I know is that I am afraid. If I had the opportunity, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe this was meant to be, but I'll never know. I never tried, I always hide my deepest emotions. Don't ever know feelings that I felt for, what I would have done for. Oh, I'll never know, don't ever know if you felt the same. And it gives me so much pain. 'Cause all I know is that I am afraid.
Thank you, Code Blue. So I mentioned earlier that I like rap, and it's somewhat general knowledge that Jay-Z has 99 problems. And I was thinking my co-host Brian would have solutions to all of them. Please welcome my lovely, lovely co-host, who I love more than anything in the world, Brian Fairley, with his poem, A Logical Solution to an Emotional Problem.
Yo, did someone spill some oil? Because that last performance was slick. Alright, this poem is about going to college and running away from your problems and man's inhumanity to man or something. It's not English class, I don't know. Alright, here we go. Words pressed out in short, even bursts, in a well-meaning, half-hearted staccato. To the one I love, to the one I hate, I'm very sorry, but I have to go. Half a heart will suit me fine, it's always been enough, to maintain a calm and steady flow whenever times are rough. It's always been enough, and times are not too tough, but the flow of words and blood will waver, and the unused second half will quaver as it asks me to be tough. There are things you need to say, so please don't run away. Though your will may sway, please stand your ground and stay. But two halves of a heart conspiring alone match poorly against all they would challenge. An army without arms, a tiger without teeth, a barking dog that cannot bring itself to bite. I ignore it. Even still, the spirit of a beating heart carries far more than a trickle of blood, a torrent that leaps and crashes beyond the reach of the flow. To avoid drowning, it's better to learn to swim than ignore the water. I'm very sorry, but I have to go. Be back soon.
And we wrote a poem together. So I really like to try to jive with first getting into poetry, and I don't know how I got you into this.
I don't know.
So we sat down for our first writing session at Starbucks, and I asked her, Jules, what kind of poetry do you want to write? And she said, I don't know, something that'll punch the audience in the face.
Not literally, but we wanted to write something that the audience could relate to, kind of like our town.
This is Break. Welcome. You have now crossed the line.
The line that separates where you are from where you're going.
But keep walking for miles and end up in the same place.
Looking
north,
south,
east,
west.
Expecting the buildings and the trees and the people to change.
But they never do.
We're
obsessed with tradition.
Obsessed with secrets.
Obsessed with rattling the bars of our gilded cage.
And it's safe here.
And people are dying here.
Take a seat, let me tell you, this town is killing me.
This cage is killing me.
This town fits into a 25-ounce bottle of vodka.
And unfortunately for you,
this cage is a smoke-free zone.
We are choking on the side effects of
discontent is a relentless chain around my hands.
Disorienting whispers carry on
my lips. Diminished mistakes magnifying my eyes.
Clinging to those weaknesses with only two chained hands.
If I reach out my hand to save you,
the link will crumble.
Because even gold will disappear at an extraordinary breaking point. As you're drowning, you can't hear the screaming.
That's what freedom feels like.
To you. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. You two are great. This microphone. Alright, up next, I would like to welcome my simply outstanding co-host, Lucy Levin, with her poem, Clean. Come on down, Lucy.
Maybe tweaking for a second. So this is my fourth and final Jive, which is a very odd and surreal experience, and I thank Mr. Reed in the English department for letting me do this every year and letting me talk and blab every year. It really shaped me as a person. It means a lot. Snaps, please. I'm sorry to pull a Jeb Bush. My freshman and sophomore year, I wrote love poems, and then by my junior year, that kind of left a stale taste in my mouth, so my friends kind of pressured me lovingly into joining a jazz ensemble. And now I'm back here, and I'm thinking of who I am as a person, and I feel much more refined and much cleaner, so my poem is called Clean. Here it goes. This doesn't get taller. Okay. You asked me to write about a perfect love. Its concrete definition, but that's hardly straightforward. There's the quiet love made from stolen shoulder leans, the elaborate declarations from cliff tops, love. The you've been around for a while, so I guess this works, love. The platonic, comfortable, warm, fulfilling love. The Leslie, I can't marry you if you always lose the freaking pen caps. Are you trying to let our child run dry too? Love. The please drive safe and tell me when you get home. Love. The I'll stay up as long as you need me to. I have nowhere to be. Love. The crap. How dare you make me blush so ferociously in public and private? Love. My wingspan is larger than my body, though it is run down by circumstances. I have scrubbed every surface in my line of sight with old fingerprints on it, not because they disgust me, but because this fresh thing is what we wanted. And that brings me to a newly clean love, one where I can see every scratch I've left, the edges that weren't around a while ago. And I know that mine are visible too, though I'm sure that if we hold on to each other for long enough, our friendship will allow us to go blind again. So I have no perfect love, only the love I have experienced that stretched my arms out widely and brought the news within my reach. I am thankful for all of them. Thank
God, I love Lucy. Up next, we have my good friend Aaliyah Aragon with her poem, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and college degrees. I know you're worried about the college application process. It's worse than you think.
Night's almost over. Hang in there. I don't know about you guys, but my life is pretty boring, so I wrote this one about school. Inspired. It's not a rap, but it is inspired by the rap Alphabet Aerobics by Black Alicious. So hope you enjoy. Here goes nothing. A is for those A plus and minus grades, the addictive sense of accomplishment when you think you've got it made. Basically beating out the bullies by breaking up their BS, rising beyond their bombardments and feeling like the best, but I'll still see you on those late nights because you can't comprehend the catastrophe our averages seem to be. Up on cold nights, constantly crying, casually collapsing, casually dying, because the definition of death's when you're daring to guess on that math test, depressed because your grade is dropping to the deepest depths, needing extra help, end of quarter, extra credit, energetically eating extra meals if you can get it, failing fast and furiously and trying to make it out fine, the feeling of flipping off a fat F is just divine. Oh, and friend me on Facebook, follow me, fam. Fantastically on my way to fame, don't forget Instagram. Getting and grabbing that great grade point average, but a good gov grade gravitates away, causing social life damage. But hats off to the haters, do their hollers, give them hell, have their hints fuel heartbreaking new story to tell. Well, in an instant, I'll be an adult. I'm still an insane idiot, this isn't the final result. I just want to be an individual educated off the internet. Tech Institute's the goal. Is everybody making bets? Now, I'm just serving pizza and juice as my part-time job, journaling about junior year and my JV date, a cute jockey heartthrob. Killing those bad vibes, can I kick it kindly? Because high school's my kingdom, can't rule absent-mindedly. Laughing out loud because I'm lost and never found, learning who I am, do I need to turn my life around? But man, on to less morbid things, let's make this more maniac and marvel at what I've mastered. Most masses can't manage a marvelous mind, that's fine, I'll move through this faster. Not gonna lie, you got nothing on me. Never not adorable, I'm like this naturally. Opposed to opportunities as if they're optional. Oh, we had a test? Okay, wanna hit up the mall? Pleading to school principals and the gods up above, praying to parent portal, the Pope, the sake of peace and love. Because these people all know that if you don't pass, your parents are gonna pummel your poor, sorry behinds. Quietly studying what seems to be quantum mechanics, physics, or a foreign language, who cares, can't quite understand it. Really though, ranting about the real things in an English Socratic like Kendrick's raps and rhymes on racism that are revolutionarily diplomatic. But as a student, social media is a savior in surviving school stress. Snap stories filled with every girl's snazzy, sparkling JV dress. I'm always studying the new Snapchat stickers, face swap, slow mode, and sick new geofilters. I'm always texting after a tough test, telling my friends the topics to study best. My teacher thinks it's cheating, tentatively
tattling on putting two and two together, texting and deleting. I'm on the up and up again, ultimately trying to understand, uncovering this unhappy suburban utopia and all of its demands. I'm voluntarily voicing out on how violent you and I perceive the world to be, preaching virtues over vices, kind vibes, and equality. Working hard in school and out, wisdom and wise words wearing out our mouths. Hoping extra hard we can stop xenophobia, that people can be accepting, and that our words won't be disregarded. Like, here's an extra example for your exact reference. You're a youngster in Generation Y, just yapping away. But who cares what the old people say? Yeah, sure, they think we were born yesterday. I'm zooming into the zenith of overzealous high schoolers who just want zen among zigzagging voices and a chance to be heard. But hey, those are my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, a bit about an impending college degree, and about just how easy high school can be.
And now we have Ethan, Leo, Ben, Brittany, and Dan Murray with
Until next time. So for all of you, please, until next time, enjoy.
Yes, Ethan. I love you, Brittany. Yeah, Ethan. Go, Brittany.
Alright, so while they're getting set up, my name is Ethan. This is my fourth Infano Java Jive. We just get more snaps for Miss Reed in the English department. This is one of the best events the school has to offer. So I wrote this song with the help of Ethan Johnson. It wasn't intended to be like this, but it ended up sounding like kind of sentimental and bittersweet in my opinion, so I decided to call it Until Next Time. I think it's appropriate for my last year of Java Jive. And yeah, we have Ethan Johnson on guitar, Whitney Hahn on piano, and Livney on tenor sax, Dan Murray on bass, and Price on electric cello. Alright.
down a little bit. That was the end of our program.
But not the end of our night. We've got one more surprise lined up for you people.
And it should be surprising. Here is Mr. Reed, Mr. Hashem, and still Ethan Gilman's off with Where It Begins. And it's
Ethan
back.
Gilman's off! Mr. Hashem, my idol.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Everybody enjoying Jive 19 so far? Well, boy, do I certainly appreciate all the shout-outs, but I must admit, I certainly do not do this event alone. I am really blessed with a tremendous English department who inspires the students, and our music department, and other teachers who teach physics and chemistry and other subjects where students are either writing the poems when they should be doing something else in class, or are inspired by their subject matters and the passion that our faculty brings to that and decide to write a poem about it, as you heard tonight. So I am always in awe of what the performers bring and what they have to say and how they decide to say it. So for all the time and energy that we do as a staff put into this show, all of you performers are so well worth the time and energy because this is what we're here for. So thank you to the English department. Thank you especially to Mr. Cellini and Mr. Gaboni and Mrs. Sebastian who are here tonight, who have really helped out with what we needed to get done and supporting us. Thank you to our stage crew, without whom we would have nothing set up in here. And also a special thanks to our sound folks. So thank you guys. And lastly, I am really blessed in that people let us come up here and perform. And so I also wanted to thank Mr. Ondich for showing students along with me that there's some other sides to us. So I'm glad to have you along. And I couldn't do this without the fantastic talents of someone who I'm going to miss greatly when he moves on to bigger and better things, Mr. Ethan Gilman's off. And my good friend, Mr. Sammy Hashem on guitar. So this is a song by Martin Sexton called Where It Begins, and I hope you enjoy it. Late last night I had a crazy little dream. Craziest dream that I ever did dream. All around the world they were all holding hands. All little children, the women and the men, singing I don't know, where does it end? I don't even know where it begins. So I followed my angel down the crazy river, to where I know the water is dirty and dark and it runs so cold. She told me to cast out your will and then said cut the line. With the trust of a child, but I knew it'd be alright. No, I don't know, where does it end? I don't even know where it begins. Oh, where it begins. And I'm never quite sure, but I know in the end my pretty little angel, she tells me, my love is the land and my dream is the sea. My faith is the mountain so strong and high. In the palm of a little hand she has one whole word up to me. Yeah. She said, please child, please take care of this for me. You see, I never know where I'll just it end. And I don't even know, and I probably never know, never know, never know, never know, I'll never know where it begins. Yeah. Oh no. And I never did. Oh no, no.
So that's the end of our night.
A big thank you to all of our performers who were all fantastic. Thank you.
Stage crew, the English department, and all of you for coming. We hope it was great. We loved emceeing for you today.
It was just the best time.
Yeah, so have a great night.